What's up, everybody? New Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you guys another video. DC Elites kissing up to Biden, which honestly does not surprise me none, right? So this one will be quite a bit because this is about 15 minutes long. I'll be cutting in here and there, doing all that kind of stuff. I love Greg Gutfeld. He's kind of funny. But this is going to be good. This is going to be good.
Happy Monday, everyone. It's great to be back for now.
Yeah.
So I had an anniversary this weekend. Yes.
Shit, I have a birthday tomorrow.
Anniversary of the first time I saw Kim Kardashian's butt in person.
He's like, yes.
I'm behind her and to the right, and you can clearly see my eyes were laser focused.
Look.
On that thing.
Look at that one. He's like, whoop.
And that thing was so big, it kind of felt like it was staring back. Now, this happened in 2016 at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I haven't gone since because how could I top that? But
dude, you got great quick. 2016? Damn.
Mainstream media sucks, and it's worse.
I second that.
Because the coverage reminds us of exactly what it really is about. Something I call ego-affirming care. It's
like, this was ridiculous. It really was.
Can inflate their self-esteem like Chinese spy balloons. And like every award show, it's artificially created as a reminder that they matter. It's where they can savor a shrimp cocktail along with the smell of Joe Biden's lingering farts. They smell like butterscotch.
Does he not just look creepy as all hell?
That's what happens when you mainline Werthers. Now, to say DC is Hollywood for ugly people is unfair to ugly people. At least ugly folks hide their faces when they're not on CNN. So as usual, the media puts a staggering amount of energy to invite people that make themselves look cool. As the Washington Post points out, a good guest can help validate the importance of a news organization, and the jockeying for dinner guests starts as early as January.
Which should tell you, hey, they're going to play the celebrity game again. Biden and all his people are going to get all these celebrities, and hopefully they touch up, because I haven't seen this yet. So I'm kind of hoping they touch up on that one dude and his wife who showed up with all these people, like something Tegan, whatever her name is. Like, I don't care about movie stars and shit like that. I'm one of those people that doesn't care because they like to push a specific agenda. So I honestly don't care anymore. Marvel, DC, a whole lot of all the stuff that I used to love, don't really care about anymore, like, at all, because they wokeified everything. Star Wars, Disney, like, they fucked up everything. So it's like, why do I even bother or care? So I don't give them any of my money. Don't care anymore. Vote with your wallet too. So here we go.
So Brittany Griner was a guest of CBS. You know, it's a good thing we got that trade done for the Russian arms dealer in time, right? Because she brought the weed.
And we still have an American over there. A soldier. We have an American soldier in Russia prison right now, but they let her out, who is now going after Riley Gaines and saying, no, men do deserve to be in women's sports. Ma'am, if you were to play against a man, you would lose. Matter of fact, actually, let's have your team go against high school boys, and let's see who wins, right? Let's see. High school seniors. Let's see some high school seniors go against her professional basketball team. And she wants to say men are allowed in women's sports.
And guests needed to be really.
What's the point of women's sports if there's going to be men in it?
She sat with Gayle King, who was relieved to not be the tallest lesbian in the room. She's straight. As always, it was surreal to watch some of the worst people in Washington rub shoulders with some of the worst people in Hollywood.
Which makes sense.
The Addams Family reboot looks pretty good, right?
What the fuck is that?
They've already cast Lurch.
Oh, fuck him. Fuck him. Hypocrite.
John Legend and Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah, there we
were
go.
also
Look at those people.
And like any good royal, Chrissy had some helpful servants to carry the train of her dress. They should just be thankful they'll never have to do that for Eric Swalwell.
Fucking spy.
He farts. Maybe we should just kill that joke after a while. Nobody remembers it.
Same thing.
So why were those two there? Well, they were guests of NBC News. But better question, why are they there?
Right?
NBC must really hate the press to inflict that kind of torture on this group. It's a cute prank, of course. Invite the most insufferable cretins and let them flaunt their superiority all over you. Plus, they smell. I don't know that, but I thought I'd add that. Now, the night was also a chance for reporters to get chummy with the world's biggest dummy.
Oh yeah, Biden was making jokes.
Stressful for Joe's handlers. Whenever he's under the bright lights, they're afraid he'll walk toward them. Although I wonder, in a lot of ways, does this dinner sum up his first 2 years in office, where he talks for 10 minutes, takes 0 questions, and then cheerfully walks away?
In a lot of ways, this
got lost.
sums up my first 2 years in office. I'll talk for 10 minutes, take 0 questions, and cheerfully walk away.
The difference here being he didn't fall off the stage trying to fist bump Casper the Friendly Ghost. The most powerful man in the free world just bragged about his contempt for the press, and they all just sat there and chuckled. Ha ha, good one, boss. You keep tossing us the rotting fish, and we'll keep clapping like trained seals.
Yep.
Or how about this wisecrack?
I had a lot of Ron DeSantis jokes ready. But Mickey Mouse beat the hell out of me, got there first.
Mickey Mouse beat the hell out of him. For what? Trying to sniff his ears? No doubt.
Disney's in hot water there.
At this point, I wouldn't take Joe over Tinkerbell. But that line made 0 sense.
Did you see what they did to Tinkerbell and Peter Pan? They're fucking saying that the new Peter Pan movie beat out Mario, and that's bullshit. But hey, whatever, Disney. You want to sit there and lie? Go for it. You've already fucked up so much shit, and you've already pissed off your fan base to the point to where like majority of anyone who would come back ain't.
And so maybe it does sum up his time as president. I think maybe the teleprompter said Mickey Mouse beat him to it, and Joe screwed up the punchline. He's the first president to read at a 3rd grade level.
Also, what's funny, right, is when I was in school, this is junior high and high school, one of the things we had to learn in history was public speaking. We had to learn to actually sit there, read something without actually like reading it. You had to glance down, but still keep eye contact, like glance down, eye contact, glance down, eye contact. You had to learn that because the thing is, you build trust with people by looking them in the eye. Period. Like looking away and like everything else, that's not a good way to get a good gauge on like someone's integrity, right? So back then, from the dawning of our country all the way until I guess Joe Biden, they decided to annex that and said, you know what, you can sit there and just read it because they don't have to have any skill. It's kind of funny.
People have to pretend the president's jokes were funny. Which you wouldn't have to do if Trump was there.
You'd think at least one time he'd get up and say, I'm running for president. Where am I going? Where the hell am I going? I want to get out. Oh, no, over there.
That was funny. That was funny. Trump 2024. And you can guarantee YouTube's going to flag the shit out of my YouTube just because of this. So, Rumble!
And you know Joe's decrepit when you're getting mocked by a 76-year-old. But it's too bad Trump never went, because he would have killed. And not in the Hillary Clinton way.
Oh, God. Yep. Hey, I did a video on that. She's still not in prison.
Advisor won the Aldo Beckman Award for capturing the spirit of Joe Biden. And that's a tough spirit to capture, since it flees Joe's body when he flatlines 5 times a week.
The judges said Matt Visor stood out among his competitors for work that went beyond the humdrum of covering the managed events of the presidency and the White House.
Sure.
Visor captured the spirit of Joe Biden, particularly with stories about the president's brother and how his Catholic faith influenced his strategic vision of the office. The WHCA is pleased to give the Aldo Beckman Award to Matt Visor.
So his Catholic faith influenced his vision.
You see what they're doing?
Office? How exactly? You know, defending abortion up until the kid could do his timetables.
Fucking
So a
ridiculous.
reporter gets an award for kissing the president's ass. How's that for speaking truth to power?
Right?
There were a few good reporters there, right? They were easy to spot because they were all from the same place. And unlike the crowd, they weren't ugly. Look at these four hotties propping. Yeah. These four striking ladies propping up a billboard for Gamblers Anonymous. Now you might be saying, Greg, you're better looking than all of them. Why didn't you go? Thank you. You're right. But I couldn't because Saturday night is Twister night at the orphanage. Let's welcome tonight's guest. She recently had speed bumps installed in her larynx. Is that how you say it? Host of the True Crime, Fox True Crime podcast, Emily Campagno. He's the best thing to happen to education since books. Professor and author of the new book, The Sad Truth About Happiness. Gad Sad. Born in Philly, he actually comes to New York to feel safe. CEO of Electric Bike Technologies, Jason Kraft.
Goes from Philly to come to New York to be safe, huh?
And finally, she just flew back from Chicago, and boy, are her arms skinny. Fox News contributor, Captain. So, Emily, when you look at the news side of Fox, there are some people, they have to go to these things, right? They don't have to. They have to go because it's about the news. But there are some people who don't have to go, like you, and still you went. Why did you go? What's your problem?
I was invited.
Oh, you were? Yeah. So that means you go to anything that you're invited to?
I mean, I guess. I didn't,
Tell me about it. What was it like for you?
Well, unlike Chrissy Teigen, I brought my own dress on the train. I did my own hair and makeup. You know, I'm a normal human. I carried it myself. My boyfriend zipped me up in the back, and then I went to the dinner.
I hate the part about the boyfriend.
I will say that, hearing, for example, like President Biden's quote, like he said, this sums it up. I agree, as Scott Jennings from CNN said, he's not laughing with you, press corps. He's laughing at you. And the only difference between that quote and the truth, like the full truth, would be summing up his 2 years of presidency by letting a match, dropping it, and walking away. Because absolutely, there's been zero transparency and zero engagement on a fundamental and real level with the press corps, in addition to figuratively burning this country to the ground. Yeah. And for that guy to win an award about his Catholic faith, to your point
ridiculous.
About abortion, and this is someone who, again, a self-professed Catholic who denies his grandchild.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's kind of obvious that they're just playing the I'm Catholic to get the Catholic vote. That's what they're doing. Right now, from now all the way until, voting day, that's what they're going to be doing. They're going to be playing the game. You can guarantee BLM is going to come out of nowhere. You can guarantee all those people are going to sit there and go, oh, yeah, we stand with Biden. We stand with Biden. I'm curious if Biden's going to come out and say the same shit he did last time. Oh, a black vote for Trump, that means you ain't black. Like, what? Voting for Trump means they're not black. What? Okay. But at the same time, you can guarantee more and more of the same stuff, the same little games and tricks and everything else that they did in the last game, they're going to do again.
Who has put avenues for tripwires in Catholic churches around the country under his watch? We know the FBI director says, oh, I'm aghast, quote, at it. I'm appalled. I didn't know it was happening. But that's Biden's America. So this presidency is a dumpster fire, as was, I guess, his speech, because it lacked the real truth, which is that he only holds disdain for everyone in that room, myself included. But I had a good time, Greg.
Yes. I wonder right now the Secret Service is wondering, how did she get that close to...
Because Biden's all like, oh, yeah, they're only here because, free meal. It's like, I think that's how basically the whole country feels right now, because the whole country, you can hardly find anything in grocery stores. You can hardly find any grocery stores in your fucking cities. Walmart closing 4 in Chicago because of theft. Whole Foods in Los Angeles gone after a year. Walgreens all over the country closing down because of theft, because of crime, because of drugs, because of sex workers, because workers who work there, the ones who pay taxes, are not feeling safe. Because I don't know if you've never worked a customer service job. So if you've never worked one, then you don't know. But if you get assaulted at work and you defend yourself, you get fired. If you are just in your place of work, and I mean the company in general, not even the building you work at, if you get in a physical altercation, you get fired because you work for the company and you made the company look bad. Despite whether you beat up a criminal or anything, the way the company sees it is that criminal could be a customer tomorrow. But they'll lose a customer and an associate at the same time, which goes to prove Kroger, Walmart, Target, Walgreens, and things like that, they don't care about the consumer in general. If they can help push Biden and all these other ones, maybe they'll get, what they want, which is a one up, which if you are trying to make money is not the concept because they're communists. Communists don't believe in, individuals making money. They believe in power being in one person's hands and they're the ones with all the power and all the money. So how's that going to work in our economy and our, lifestyle? Because that's not how we are. But, hey, whatever, right?
Professor congratulates on the new book. What is the secret to happiness? Before I ask you about this thing, do you have a...
Well, I mean, there's many, but one, find the right spouse, find the right job.
I'm over two.
I'm over two.
I'm joking. She doesn't watch.
Everything in moderation.
Oh, there you go.
Live life as though it's a playground. Always be smiling. Don't take yourself seriously. Live without regret. There's a whole bunch of good stuff in there. By the way, I have a bone to pick with you.
What?
Your book is being released on the same day as mine. I consider
Uh-oh.
that a form of anti-Semitism.
That's good.
You know he's right.
He's right.
Do you have the equivalent of this kind of self-congratulation in academic circles?
You do?
Yeah.
I try to avoid it like the plague.
Mm-hmm.
Groucho Marx famously said, right, I don't want to belong to a club that would have me as a member.
Yeah.
And these guys are doing the exact opposite. Please choose me. Please have me. I despise that kind of attitude. I mean, to a fault, I usually reject invitations to go to these self-congratulatory things in academia. So
that was a slam at you.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Mention a thing about the train. I think it's called of Chrissy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know that you love evolutionary psychology. The peacock has a big tail because it serves as an honest signal, a costly signal. It has to be wasteful in order for it to be discriminatory. Well, she's doing exactly that. I mean, literally, there's a tale behind her that shows, look how wealthy I must be to be able to engage in this kind of wasteful consumption.
Okay, so this is the other thing that's really annoying me about human beings in general, right? So, you see these people following her and her husband, or boyfriend, whatever he is, I don't care. But how much you want to bet her dress and his suit costs more than what those people would make in like a month or more? Like, how much you want to bet that right there would probably buy food for people for like several months? Like 10 grand at least for like her dress and then his tux. And that's a basic looking tux, right? That's just, black and white, but guaranteed it's like Versace or some weird name brand shit, right? So they're like, oh, hey, look, we got the nice fancy stuff. We look good. While most of Americans in the state that they live are starving or homeless or anything else. Crazy, right? This is why I literally mentioned in one of my other videos that if this country really cared about its people, they would stop giving all our money to other countries. And actually what they would do right now, and this would be like both Democrats and Republicans would say, guess what we're going to do? We're going to give the United States citizens a break. We are either going to give each tax-paying non-criminal, such as you are not in jail, you're not in prison, you get a tax break, as in you get X amount of money. I would say, you know what? Hey, $30,000 to $40,000 per American in the United States, everywhere, who is a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen. Give them that break so that they can use that money to pay for whatever back taxes or bills or rent or even their home payments, their house payments, you know what I mean? There's people suffering in this country. In this country. They're taking all of our money and giving it to everyone else. They need to give us our money back. They need to do something. Like, I can already guarantee Biden and them will, like, do a relief check thing. Go, oh, hey, we know it's been hard. Here's, like, $1,000. Like, you can guarantee it's going to be something like that. Something along those lines. Or they'll, like, do one and then do another one before the election starts. And they go, hey, look, I did the same thing Trump did. I gave you 2 relief checks. Except, I think it should be more than that. Because the economy was shut down not because of Trump, but because of Democrats. And because of what they did, he's like, you know what, this isn't fair to you, so we're going to pass these 2 relief checks, which somewhat did help, but at the same time didn't because it wasn't enough. With how everything has skyrocketed in prices in the grocery stores, how there's limited amount of stuff in the grocery stores, how you're limited on how much you can buy in the store, is ridiculous. The fact that people's rent has skyrocketed. Their utility bills have skyrocketed. If they do not give Americans the money they need, the system is going to crash. It's going to fail. That's what's going to happen. So they need to do something for the people. They need to give the people aid. Like legitimate, actual aid. From north to south, from east to west, the American states. We need help. And they need to stop giving all of our money to China, to Ukraine, to Russia. They need to stop it. Period.
You know what? And she could save the lot. She could just leave any bathroom stall and do the same thing. That's when I
But yeah.
leave a train.
It's crazy, right?
Sure. All right. Sorry, Jason. Did you learn? What's your overall take from something like this in your? Because you're outside the media. I think out of all of us here, you're probably the furthest from it.
I am the least famous person. Nobody knows who I am.
Yeah, we like to keep it that way.
Yeah.
And this show will help that.
We'll see what happens. I love it. This is like the Hunger Games for the corrupt.
Mm.
I mean, talk about cronyism.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
If there, like we need any more evidence that these people are making backroom deals and everything.
So, case in point, actually, if you don't know, that reference to Hunger Games, there's a new Hunger Games movie coming out, and this is supposed to be based off of, like, how the Hunger Games got started. Watch the trailer. Okay? This is somewhat what I see the people of the Democratic Party, Communist Party, and all that are trying to do. To the point where they're going to make the American people so poor, so weak, so everything, to the point to where they will be able to make them slaves. It'll be legitimate, like, almost Hunger Game status. And it's going to be bad. Like, bad.
So familiar.
Yeah. Well, you cut it's that thing where, like, hey, it's all, you realize it's all in so-called part of a game because everybody's chummy after they try to destroy each other.
Yeah. It's like some weird.
They need to tap into the Federal Reserves, give every single American tax-paying legitimate citizen $20,000 to $30,000.
Yes.
A $20,000 to $30,000 tax break, whatever.
All over the place. Yeah, I know. But no, listen.
You need to make jobs. You need to make the economy better.
Like they're all so full of.
Yes, they are. They're so full of shit.
Am I famous now?
Yeah. You destroyed yourself. Kat, how was your Chicago live show?
All these multi-billion-dollar companies, and they can't help the American people, but yet they are here in the States. Huh? They take our money.
I thought we would have such a huge show.
So, taxes, right? In my opinion, taxation is theft and it shouldn't happen. But if you're going to take my money and the money is supposed to be used for the American people and what we need is our money back. And I'm not saying, oh, hey, you already got your tax money. No, 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 no. I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. The American people need it. Now, granted, there's going to be certain people who are going to spend that money on things they should not spend it on, but that's their choice, and that's going to be the outcome for them and their family. But there are people with families who need help, like legitimate, actual help. And the government can't sit there and go, oh, we're giving billions of dollars to all these programs to help people out. Why don't, instead of doing that, instead of giving it to federal programs that aren't using that money, like, oh, hey, the $32 billion that was meant for unemployment that went to criminals. $32 billion to criminals. They need to fix it. Instead of doing that, they need to go, okay, we're going to give this one time, and legitimately say to the people, one time. So do not spend this on anything that you should not spend it on, and make sure you use it wisely. Because it's supposed to help bolster the economy. It's supposed to help you take care of utilities, bills, and whatnot until things get better. That is what it should be used for, considering it's our tax dollars. We want it back.
Really need the ratings.
Yeah.
You were murdered because it's been kind of a rough week.
If I was murdered, would you just do one segment on it, or would I get like?
So we talked about this. We talked
Would it be
about
like
this.
the E-block or the final thoughts? Cat's dead.
No, but you know what? The Five said they would let me do a one more thing.
Okay.
But it would be towards the end when we do the toss to Brett. So you might get 15 seconds.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I had a great time. It was awesome. I'm in DC on Saturday. If everybody wants to get tickets at therealcattiff.com. See, I throw my own events.
Yes.
And
You went to this last year, didn't you?
yeah, and I'm glad I did. It was a good experience to have. It was a lot of work to like get ready and all that. And Chrissy Teigen, I think it's fine to be super rich. What bothers me about her is she also wants so desperately to be relatable.
But she isn't.
I remember I think it was a few years ago, she tweeted, "What's the most expensive thing that you ate that you didn't like?" She's like, "One time I accidentally ordered a 13,000 bottle of wine."
Yeah.
And people were not finding that as relatable as she thought that it was. They were like, "Oh, I'd be in financial ruin if I did that."
Yeah. $13,000?
If I
Fuck.
had that kind of
Like-
money for people to hold my dress, I'd be like, "I'm rich, bitch. You just own it," but I don't, right? I bet I could get some old men to do it for free.
Wouldn't even be an old man, honestly.
Yes.
But that's the thing. Pretending they're just like us. They're not just like us, and that's fine. Just kind of own it, and it wouldn't be so weird.
I accidentally ate a panda.
Oh.
Yes,
No.
an endangered panda. I was at a zoo in China. And I thought you go in, you just kill it, you eat it. Like it was one of those hunting restaurants, and you just grill it. I had no
Oh my
idea.
god.
No way.
Yeah, anyway.
The way she looks like, are you serious?
He's like
No.
a liar. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe.
But yeah, of course. Like, dang, this is almost 30 minutes long. Of course, the rich going to, Biden and going, hey, look, we're going to give you our money. Stop paying these freaking people any mind. Stop giving them your money, all that stuff. The rich don't care about you. Like, they don't. Like, all these movie stars, upper echelon people, they don't care about you. I mean, some of them have good head on their shoulders. Some of them do. The ones who went to that? No. Anyone who supports Democrats, anyone who supports someone who is totally fine taking your tax dollars, your money, your food from you, and giving it to everyone else that's not Americans or your family, they need to go. So that's it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. That was hilarious. Catch me for the next one. Like, share, subscribe, spread the word, guys. Later.